Kay Swinburne is a Welsh politician. She was elected as the Conservative MEP for Wales in June 2009, and this saw the Conservative Party top the elections for the first time in Welsh modern history.
I come from Wales, a lovely part of the United Kingdom, and I represent the whole of my country. And I actually was born and brought up in West Wales, in Llantysil, in Ceredigion. We have a very large number of people employed in the public sector and a very, very small private sector. The main problem we have at the moment is that it's mainly SMEs who employ the vast majority of Welsh people, and the SMEs are having a very tough time in this recession. So I'm spending a lot of time trying to work out an economic strategy that helps people and actually how Europe may actually help the Welsh economy recover.
Kay Swinburne has extensive international business, finance and healthcare experience.
I studied biochemistry and microbiology as my first degree, and I'm a scientist at heart. Even today, it's my first love, and I actually get very involved here looking at some of the research projects that are going on and things that the European Union does. But my PhD is in medical biochemistry, and then I went on to actually work in finance, and having had an MBA from Surrey University in the UK, I actually then went on to work in banking. So it's been an interesting background coming here, but now at least I'm actually able to use all of that knowledge, the finance, the science, the pharmaceuticals knowledge, and those of biotech and high-tech industries to actually translate that into the work I do here, particularly on the Econ Committee.
A successful career in investment banking has equipped Kay Swinburne with in-depth knowledge of the global financial markets. This, combined with her experience advising businesses in Europe and the US, has led to her appointment to the Economic and Monetary Affairs Committee in the European Parliament.
I think I've joined the European Parliament at a very interesting time, given that we've set up a new political group, the European Conservatives and Reformists, with 54 new members, all come together from 7 different member states. It's been an interesting combination of people who have a real, genuine requirement to make this place different, to reform the European Parliament and reform the way in which we do work. So to have that collection of people with that same mandate is actually a really exciting time in party politics. For me, I have never known any other political group, and so it's not been a transition, it's just been a new birth and a new political group with all that dynamism it actually entails. And it's actually gone for me very, very well. I am the coordinator for the group on 2 committees, the Econ Committee that I referred to earlier, and also the Crisis Committee, which is a temporary committee on the economic, social and financial crisis, where we have actually gone around and sought all of the difficulties that occurred during the financial turmoil and have looked at the consequences of that for different member states and looked at what we might be able to do in terms of policy to try and get ourselves out of the recession that has resulted. I've got a fantastic team here around me, and it's a case of us all working for the same goal, for Wales having a very strong voice here in Europe, but also making sure that the City of London and the UK economy in terms of financial services is also protected. And the primary goal, of course, is to make sure that any financial crisis in the future is not getting the taxpayers of Europe paying for it.
Kay Swinburne is very happy in her work and with the ECR group, and she enjoys her family life too.
Any spare time I have, and I have to say I have been surprised at how little spare time with all the travelling and the econ portfolio I currently have. Any spare time I have is spent with my family. I've got 2 young children who miss me greatly when I'm away, but I therefore make up for it when I go home and see them, certainly on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Any time I have, I spend with them. They are very active in many, many sports. I spend a lot of time on the touchline of rugby matches and hockey matches. I'm out there cheering them on at a weekend. That's my spare time and my pleasure on a weekend.